Hello, my name is Quentin Earl Darrington. Meet me at the Muny.
Meet me at the Muny in Forest Park.
Hi, I'm Mike Isaacson, an executive producer and artistic director of the Muny, and I am here in the seats in the shade with Quentin Earl Darrington,
Yes, sir.
who is here as one of our stars of Tarzan, the musical, and he is playing the part of Kerchak. Now, Kerchak in the show is the father, and you are a father, and you had your wife and beautiful children backstage, and I want to talk about them first. So tell me about your kids.
Oh, absolutely. I have 3 little boys, 10, 8, and 6, and they are nothing but love, you know, every single day, you know, of my life. And we live in Florida, and all 3 boys are brilliant and very, very active, you know, involved in and out of school, around the community, in theater, in sports, whatever they put their hands on, they're jumping onto it, you know. I love my boys, and we're traveling this entire summer, and it's so beautiful that we could all be together right here at the Muny.
Yeah, no, it's something we try to do, and actually we love it, and it's really wonderful. You know, this kind of environment. You've seen it. There's kids, and there's dogs, and there's families. And, no,
there are. I haven't seen so many critters around.
Yeah.
In one rehearsal.
Today was Bring Your Dog to Work Day, which no one told me. I was like, what is going on?
Yes.
Yeah. So you are a father, and you're playing Kerchak, and I'm just fascinated to know, because you know, in the show, Kerchak struggles being a father. He has to make some really tough choices, and I'm just wondering, your experience being a father, how that's kind of playing into that.
It absolutely does, Michael. You know, one of the things that when you look at a line of text that has a father role that's written, where it's something that's very charging or roar that you have, being a real father, you definitely have those moments, but they're all underwritten by love, everything. And so for me, it totally gives me a place of truth and a place of flexibility to know how to communicate, you know, with my young son, Tarzan, and with my other children in the show as well, by having my experiences, of course, with my own children, knowing that everything comes from love.
I was watching you and Katie Thompson, who's playing your wife, Kala, and it's a beautiful song, and it's a moment where you're both struggling to connect, but you disagree over how to be a parent. And I was just sort of watching that, and it was so honest and beautiful. And how did you find that with her? Oh,
I tell you, from the beginning, you know, Katie and I really clicked and had a great connection from the very first rehearsal, you know, meeting each other. I was already an admirer of her work, you know, before coming into the Muny this season. So meeting her for the first time and knowing that we have kindred spirits, kindred approaches to the work, just made us really sync up. So that's the first thing. The second thing, you know, beyond that is just actually jumping into the work and the text and the lyrics and in the song, and her tone and my tone together is magical.
It's crazy.
It's beautiful.
Crazy
and so of course
beautiful.
that lifts the emotion right out of that song that we're having. Yes, it's a struggle to find each other, but that's the whole point. We want to find each other, and you couldn't deny that, you know.
Yeah. Before we were rolling the cameras, you and I were talking about sort of the work-life balance that's so hard in the world of musical theater. I mean, it's a challenge that everybody faces, and it sounds like you sort of found your way with that. If you know, a lot of, as you're seeing around you within our company, we have a lot of really amazing college students who are building careers in musical theater, and you see our Muny teens and kids, and there's always a spirit of aspiration around here. So what's the #1 piece of advice you'd give these kids, and you know, kids who are young professionals who are aspiring to the career you have?
Oh man, great question. The #1 piece of advice I would give is to, honestly, it may sound cliche, but love people. The work that we do in theater and on the stage is not for us individually, completely. It's for the masses, it's for the people. And if you can find a way to take these skills that we've been given and that we develop over time, and yes, we perform and use them on stage, and to me that's a portion of what we do as artists. But the greater portion is affecting the world around us. It may be in your own home, it may be on your own block, in your street, in your community, in your city, in your nation. But to me the greater work is for the world itself. You produce that on stage and produce it off stage. So love people and find a way to make those connections with our art to the people.